Well, hi guys. Welcome to the Moriah Center. My name's Kevin Wilson. And what you're about to see is probably the most important Bible study that I have ever done in my life. This was my aha moment that opened up the scriptures to me when I began to understand really what was going on throughout our Bible. You see, the Bible is a story of us. It's the story of the beginning and the end, and the struggles in between. That's the key, is what are we struggling against? The struggle is real. And we have a war that wages between the spirit and the flesh. And we're going to get into that. But if you're just joining me, I want to give you kind of the short version of my story of how this teaching came to be. And it actually was about 6 years ago. I've had this for a while, just haven't had the ability or the knowledge or the confidence to share it. But it all started one night when I was lying there. I was sound asleep. It was 2:30 in the morning, and you get awoken, and we all have those still small voices that begin to talk to us. Not trying to say I'm hearing audible voices, God told me. We're not going down that road. But it's a still small voice, okay, that says, you need to look at this. And so I said, the way that it happened was I was asleep, and it was that voice said, go study the light. And I'm like, no, I'm going back to sleep. Well, I couldn't go back to sleep. I wrestled, I tossed and turned, and the whole time that little voice was sitting there going, go study the light. I'm like, okay. So I got up, made a pot of coffee. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. It's snowing outside. It's cold. It's one of those nights you just want to be snuggled up in the covers and let the world go by. And I pulled up the light. I'll actually just show you real quickly what I did. I sat down, I pulled up my eSword, I went over here, I clicked on the word Bible, click search. I pulled this up right here so you can see it. Pull it over here to the side so you can see it. And I typed in the word light. And you'll see more how we study the Bible. And I began looking here at all the different verses where it talks about the light. And in here, hold on, somehow this got too big. In here, we'll see that there's 235 verses that talk about the word light. Now, it's true, and you'll see when you go through here, some of these talk about the light of a candle or actually a physical light. But there's so much in there that's about the other light. And that's what we're going to talk about because that was my aha moment. So, the purpose of this teaching is to help you understand who you are as a child of God. Now, we've heard it said that we're created in His image. Were we? Were we? Man was created in the image of God. Okay? I get that. Man was created in the image of God. That's the very first thing we're going to show here. But guess what? We're not created, we're begotten. So that throws a monkey wrench in our thinking sometimes. So if you've heard different pastors teaching that, well, you're a sinner and you're going to hell, or you turn around and may even see the same pastor or teacher saying, well, we're created in the image of God. Well, which is it? Because it can't be both. That's what we're going to discover in here. Anytime there's a contrast or a contradiction, there's a nugget. Okay? Because the whole Bible is a process. And that process is called redemption. God's plan of redemption. You see, He had a plan from the beginning and a purpose. And that plan was thwarted. But God had a plan of redemption all the way from the beginning. When you begin to see the Bible in that picture, you'll see that. And that's what this will show you. So with that, I'm going to end this little introductory video, and we're going to start the next section of this video, beginning with what is His image? What is our image? Is there a difference? Or why is it important that we understand who we are? And when we come to that knowledge, our world changes. So with that, hope you enjoyed this quick little my story version here, and when we come back, we're going to get into the image of God.